All right, morning everybody. All right, US markets halted their recent losing streak to rally into the close. We saw three great jobs numbers Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. And finally, it seems like the US markets have taken good news as good news, and we had a nice strong rally on Friday, um, sending the S&P back over 1800. Impressive employment figures could finally trigger the Federal Reserve, who meet later this month, into reducing their asset purchasing program. It's definitely what the market's going to be focusing on, I think, for the next few weeks. So we'll see how that goes. So we had some weak data out of Japan, but a weaker yen and obviously positive markets out of the US. So Nikkei actually had a really good day, up over 2%. For some reason, Aussie's really been lagging, even through the recent bounce around the world. They've been down in the last few sessions, and Kospi, Shanghai, Hang Seng up. I see out of the South African stocks trading in Asia, or South African related stocks. So we got Naspers was up quite a bit. I think up 1.7% the last time I looked. Billy's is pretty flat. And I saw actually Prada was actually up. They were hit the last few sessions, and it seemed to have affected CFR. That also came off end of last week. So Prada had a pretty good day today, up also 1.7%, somewhere in that region. So we'll see if CFR can get a bid because of that. No earnings out today, but ex-div we've got Pick and Pay, Mr. Price, and Investec. So keep an eye on that if you're involved. And then key factors to watch. We had trade balance out of China, which was quite a bit higher than expected. Exports were better than expected. Imports slightly lower. So pretty good data out of China. Japanese current account balance missed. That's what we were talking about earlier. Trade balance, I guess, more or less in line, up a little bit. A little bit worse than expected. Japanese GDP also a little bit lower than expected. So yeah, so not great data out of Japan. Japanese yen, I guess, weak on the back of that. And then Chinese CPI came out 3%, expected 3.1%. Coming out later, we've got German trade balance, current account balance, and industrial production, and then Fed's Bullard speaks on the economy and monetary policy later in the US. That'll be tonight, and also Fed Fisher speaks as well. So we'll be watching that this evening. All right, so if we jump into the charts, first one I wanted to show was the FTSE. We looked at this one, I think, last Thursday. If we can get it to work. All right, so okay, so when we looked at it last time, we were watching this this sort of region for a bounce, and it actually came on Friday, pretty much right at in that zone we've been watching. So we're going to see. I think this is quite an interesting support level. You can see it. We've had a big move up. It's been consolidating in a big symmetrical triangle, reversed up off that support level. Let's see if this is the beginning of the Christmas rally. Only the next, we'll have a look at the next few sessions. We'll see if we can get this rally going on the FTSE. If we look at the Aussie, also breaking above 40,000. So I guess technically a bit of a breakout from this flag pattern, as well as a bit of a mental thing, getting over 40,000 again. Where futures have opened at 40,215 at the moment, up 220 points. So a pretty good start on the Aussie. We'll see if we can sort of maintain this momentum going into the end of the year. All right, Aspen had a pretty good day on Friday. A nice big green candle there. Also, a lot of the stocks that I'm going to be showing have very similar themes. Sort of been flagging over the last few weeks, and now it's finally sort of breaking out to the upside. So there we have Aspen breaking out to the upside of this flag. We'll see. Obviously, one of the strongest stocks on the board, technically and fundamentally. So we'll see if we can get this rally going from breaking through this 260 level. Next one I want to show is Standard Bank. Standard Bank we've been showing for a while. Big breakout on the weekly. It's been flagging since then. If we stay on the weekly here, we can see we've got a big green candle, got a nice weekly close, breaking out above this recent flag. Much higher potential target, on the longer term. So this could be a good one to be buying pullbacks over the next sort of year, I suppose. And also just come out on Bloomberg, we had Standard Bank rated new outperform at Credit Suisse. So that could also be the catalyst to get it going a little bit. All right, let's get back into a daily. Showing Billies here. As I said, very similar pattern. We've had this big uptrend, been flagging over the last few weeks. Then broke out on Friday. We had a bit of a false breakout on the Thursday, closed sort of back below the resistance, but managed to get right above it on Friday, closing at about 313 or 314. I see we're down a little bit in London from this level, purely because the rand has strengthened, I think. So we'll see if we can just maintain these levels, but it looks like Billies is ready to continue its move up. Definitely one of the better resources in my opinion. Truworth's been struggling, even with the market bouncing on Friday, couldn't catch a bounce. Stayed below 80. That 80 level is the level we've been watching, quite a big level. Obviously we've got rates rising around the world, and a weaker rand in general, so not good conditions for these clothing retailers, or credit retailers should I say. And if you're involved in True, it's probably worthwhile squaring up and reassessing. There could possibly be more downside coming. Next one I wanted to show was Old Mutual. Old Mutual's been spending a lot of time around this 32 level, which is quite a big technical level, and so there could, it is possible that there's more downside, especially if the rand strengthens a bit from here. The main breakout, I guess, or the main level to be watching is around this. Let's just draw it in here. Sort of between 30.70 and 30.40, I would say if you can get it around there, it's a steal. But if we do reverse up from this current level, there could be quite a significantly higher target. Possibly we can wait for a breakout above this level, above this downward sloping trend line, for the next move higher in Old Mutual. Also, one of the ones I prefer for the year to come. And last one I wanted to show was MTN. Nice close above 200. Same thing, a flag breaking higher. Looks like, if we can get a little more follow through in MTN, we could be reaching that recent high at 205 pretty soon. That's all for today, guys. Thanks a lot.